Player 2 has joined the game.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 280 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
Fantastic. I don't know why he's laughing already.
I'm not laughing, but we look fine. Is the camera back further, but zoomed in? It just seems like the camera is...
I think it's where it typically is.
Okay, yeah. Maybe it's just been a while.
It's been so long that we got new microphones. If you didn't know who we are, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast. We're just about every week except last week. Sorry about that. Two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games. If you like that, make sure to like the video, subscribe, share it with your friends, family, and everyone in betwixt. I look directly into the light. This one I need to fix too, and it is now I cannot... Okay, it's coming back.
It's all coming back to you now?
It's all... That is all-time karaoke song. It's
that
you can't really sing it well.
Yes, yeah.
That's Allie's go-to. She loves it, and she does a pretty damn good job with it.
Really?
Yeah.
We got to do karaoke night. I have yet to see the fog machines in action.
It has not even been opened.
Oh, they. Okay, so I haven't missed out yet.
I have the fog machine and I have the fog mixture, but we have not busted it out yet.
Fog juice.
James, let us know how we sound on the new mics. If you really like us, I don't know where I left off, but I'll just go here. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop, where for just $1 a month, you become a booster where you can get the podcast live one day early. For $5, you become a producer, where you get a bonus episode every month. For $10, you become an affiliate, where you can watch us record the podcast live on YouTube, like some of our friends are now. For $20, you become a partner, and if you're crazy enough to do that, you can choose the bonus episode topic and record with us. I feel like we need a better top tier, but I don't know what else to do, or just leave it at 10 and say the hell with it. I mean, we can have it.
I mean, might as well have it.
I mean, we should come up with $100 tier.
Let us know if anybody out there would like to give us $20 a month, but you would want more in return. Let us know
there you go.
What we would need to do to sweeten the deal, and we will consider it.
And then you might become a patron, just like the people that deserve some shout-outs today. And those are our affiliates, James Solar, Sarah Solar, John Tingley, and Derek Bamford. Our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, Vernon Slayton, and Dustin Downs.
Just me or everybody? When you see the word patron, do you say patron in your head? Because I do.
Not anymore because of Patreon, I don't.
Oh, okay. I always read it as patron.
Zero carbs and whiskey, I don't think that's correct.
I don't...
That's crazy if that's true.
So here's the thing. I think all calories come from either protein, fat, or carbs. There is no protein and there is no fat in liquor, which I've got to believe means that because there are calories, the calories therefore have to come from carbs. Now, I think sometimes you see alcohol as like a fourth category, but I'm pretty sure alcohol is still just carbs.
I don't know.
But I could be wrong.
We could both be wrong. We could all be wrong at the same time.
We could also all be right.
If you like cool t-shirts and the like, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop. Sorry about not having an episode last week. I did not have COVID, but I was deathly ill. I'm still ill.
You were down with the sickness.
Ill is just a weird word. I don't know why I said ill.
Illmatic.
That's what happens when
Funky
I'm not drinking. Fresh. I still can't hear out of my left ear. I'm still waiting for that to clear up. It's so annoying. I'm on antibiotics. But like last week, Sean heard my voice. It was like...
I'm not wearing hockey
It was
pads.
basically like I was... but it was like... Bleh. It was just a horrible head cold that turned into a sinus infection, and it sucked. There also wasn't a lot to talk about last week, so it was a good week if I was going to be sick. I will say, honestly, I'm kind of thinking about not guaranteeing an episode every week, because we're a news-based podcast, and I would like to hear from our patrons above all else about that. But it's tough being a news-focused podcast when there hasn't... This year, as far as it goes for news, it's not like it seems like last year, every week, there was like at least one big topic, and it hasn't been like that lately. But
it's true.
We'll see. So yeah, sorry about that. We're back this week. We should be recording Sunday as well. But yeah, sorry about that. I feel somewhat better, but not all better. As Sean said, I am still symptomatic. Just one little thing here that I watched a video on. Did you end up watching that video that I sent you?
No.
So, Did You Know Gaming put up a video this weekend about nuclear disarmament in Metal Gear Solid 5. If you don't know what that is, nuclear disarmament was this goal that Kojima put into the multiplayer of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, that if you're doing these forward operating bases, you can invade players' bases, or you can get invaded and you can shoot it out, whatever. But one of the other things you can do there is you can build nukes, which you had to build a nuke. That's what's funny about this whole thing. The disarmament. There was a trophy when I was still going for the platinum in Metal Gear Solid 5. There was a trophy for building a nuke, and there was a trophy for decommissioning a nuke. Discommissioning. That should be a word. So they want you to get nuclear disarmament, but they want you to get a trophy for building a nuke. So anyways, about a week or so after Metal Gear Online launched, I can't even remember now if it launched the day that Phantom Pain did or if it was later, but data miners found this cutscene, this 7-minute long cutscene that would be triggered when players on a server on a system got the nuke count for all multiplayer bases down to 0. And they're like, whoa, what is this? That's also when they found the title card, Chapter 3, Peace. And everybody was like, there is a third chapter. And I've said all along there isn't, and there isn't. But this game came out almost 6.5 years ago now. There was one time where something happened with Steam where they just hacked it and got it down to 0. The cutscene played. But Konami was like, no, that wasn't legit. That wasn't legit. And then a few years later, I can't remember what year it was, 18 or 19, PS3, there was this group. Oh, no, it was 2020 because it was during the pandemic. These people banded together on PS3 to just be like, there's not a lot of people playing on PS3. We can get to 0 here. Boom. They got to 0. The cutscene triggered. Konami was like, I don't know if that's legit. And there was no Chapter 3, of course. Konami investigated and says it wasn't legit. It does not count as disarmament. Okay, whatever. Well, then we find out what happened was they were actually doing, this group was doing it not through just invading bases. They were doing it by, somebody created a bot that would scrape PS3, find player bases that had a nuke, and they would run some command code, and it would just, boom, decommissioned. As far as Konami knows, someone invaded and they just Fultoned it away or they decommissioned it. I can't remember what you do at this point. But the reason it wasn't legit was because there was 40 of what they call phantom nukes. So they were nuclear bombs that were not assigned to any base, but they're in the game's data. So essentially, since the beginning, there is no way to trigger disarmament legitimately, because every server has these phantom nukes that are sitting out in the world, but they're not actually at someone's base where you can actually legitimately take them out. That's why I told you, I was like, you have got to watch this video.
Cutscene even in the game or in the code, whatever, if it can never actually even...
I mean, a lot of people think that, well, I don't know. I think it was in there. I think if Kojima would have stayed, things would have been differently. We know Kojima and Konami didn't see eye to eye, and that's why he left and did Death Stranding and everything. Konami, they're starting to turn around now. We got the Cowabunga collection coming out. They've done the Castlevania, the Contra collections, all that stuff. But back then, they were just about money. And my thinking would be, because remember for a while, every day on Twitter, like up through like 2016, they were saying, here's the nuke count for PS3, PS4, Xbox One, Xbox 360. Trying to get people to keep playing. There was a microtransaction aspect from what I remember to Metal Gear Online. To buy GP or to buy whatever. Like there were some things you could buy online. So if Konami keeps incentivizing people, hey, oh man, here's where you're at. The totals dropped from yesterday. Just keep playing our game, and maybe you'll buy microtransactions. That's what I think. But from what they uncovered, and Eurogamers reported on it, VGC.
But also, so I don't remember how the nukes work, but it's not like...
Well, to build
once
a
you
nuke,
get to... so maybe you're going to answer the question. Even if you got it to 0, what would stop some random person being like, well, I'm going to build another one?
Because
now we're back at 1.
Because it takes 24 hours of in-game in-game 24 hours for your nuke to finish. You know how you would go to Mother Base and you'd build stuff? Everything you built there was like real time. A nuke was 24 hours. So if you got it to 0, if somebody builds a nuke and then 5 hours in, you get rid of the last nuke, there's not an active nuke because it hasn't finished being built yet. So then it should.
But even if it did get to 0, it could be back to 1 24 hours later. Or 10, I mean, depending on how many people decided to just start building a nuke.
Correct, but what
Plus, also, kind of, I mean, it's already been proven with what you were saying about the ghost nukes or whatever, phantom nukes. When this game first launched, other than these phantom nukes, there had to be 0 nukes until somebody built the first one. So you started the game at peace already.
Right.
Minus the 40 phantom nukes.
And that's what I can't remember if online was there day one, or even if it was, the trigger's not going to get to. I'm sure they programmed it that once
they don't start counting it until the first one has been built
exactly.
or something.
And I don't think people even knew about Duke, because remember
Nukem?
About Duke Nukem Forever 2001 leaked. But Kojima was talking forever about this game. He wanted to do something that had never been done in a game before, and I think what he did probably hasn't, to try to get the whole world to come together for peace
right now.
And songs. But I do think if it would have been triggered legitimately or whatever, which I still say it was, they got rid of the nukes. It triggered. There was no Chapter 3 peace. We knew there wouldn't be. I do kind of think that maybe I am surprised there was no, after that triggered, it just said Chapter 3 peace. And now there's no nukes, and you just keep playing the game. It doesn't mean there was a third chapter of missions. There was never that. No one has ever found anything in the data mining.
Right.
So I just thought it was a fascinating story with a game that I loved. And I was pretty active online for a little bit. Like, I definitely, like I said, I created a nuke.
I remember messing around and, like, I don't even know what you call it, but, like, invading people.
Yeah.
I sucked. I
got
always
one
get
or
killed right away.
I got 1 or 2 nukes. But that's it. But it was relatively fun because that gameplay is still so fun. The story I've soured on over the years. The ending I still think is great. I don't have a problem with that. It's just it didn't have the heart and the soul of a Metal Gear game.
Yeah.
When I look back on it. But I just wanted to talk about that. Funny little story there if you're a Metal Gear fan. Hopefully you saw it this week. Sean, do you have any other witty banter? It sounded like I said witty.
Witty banter. Witty banter. No.
Well, in that
I feel like nothing's really been going on. I haven't seen Doctor Strange yet. I think we're going to try to go Friday when we're supposed to be working.
Good luck, because the I didn't, because I'm not going to see it, so I watched all the spoilers.
I keep seeing all this stuff. I already know. I mean, this is not a spoiler, but I'm like, I already feel like I know too much. Because I keep seeing on Twitter, apparently Wanda is like, she just goes crazy. And everybody's like, oh, if there's any question on who the strongest Avenger is, now it's clear. And it's like a picture of Wanda. So apparently she does something crazy in the movie. But that's... And I've seen... I can't believe one of the things that they show in an actual TV commercial.
I didn't see it.
I'm like, why would you show that?
But it was the... Yeah.
Yeah.
Why the hell?
I'm guessing it's kind of a red herring. I don't think that's like,
yeah,
here we go.
But that voice was heard in one of the trailers, and people were like, "Is that who I think it is?"
Oh,
and,
really?
And then he said, "Yeah, that was me."
Oh.
So it was kind of all right.
Okay.
That's probably why they put it
that.
in there. But
yeah. No, I mean, I plan on seeing it. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, we may take Casey to go see Sonic on Saturday, I think, because he really wants to go see it. And Nick went to see it with a birthday party. Noah doesn't care about Sonic. I'm like, well, okay. But now Casey's like, I want to go. I'm like, yes, I would like to go.
Let me know, because I might go too. Brittany's left me alone with the kids enough that I deserve a couple
I've
hours
heard
out.
it's just awesome.
Yeah. Let me
and
know.
Luckily, I don't have any spoilers for that. Not that I would really care, but I mean, the first one, it was obvious what I thought was going to happen post credits,
yeah.
And I was right on both. But yeah. So that being said, Sean, what have you played?
That being said,
I forget. Have you watched all of Curb or not? I can't remember.
I've watched like 2 or 3 episodes.
Oh, you got to just again start with season 3. Season 3. Do you have the Dark Souls Platinum?
I do not.
Have you played anything else?
Yes. briefly, I decided to try my hand at Habroxia 2.
Oh, man. Did you get to New Game Plus?
No, I beat like 2 levels, and then I started looking at the trophies. I'm like, is it beat like all these bosses without getting hit, or beat the levels? And it's the levels and the the whole thing. Basically, I think every level.
Remember
in the
what
game,
I said? I thought when I was looking at the trophies, it said the boss, but then Colin on Sacred Symbols was like, it's the level. I'm like,
yeah. And so
F that. There's no way. I can't beat a level on regular mode if I was fully powered up without getting hit. It's impossible.
So I didn't get very far. I don't think I'm going to.
Somebody got the platinum day 1 and won the contest that Barry and Lily Mo were doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I gave up on that. I still like the game, but I'm like, if I'm not going to try to get the platinum, I already know that platinum is out of reach.
I still hate
so
that
then
you
I was
couldn't-
just kind of done with it.
I hate that you couldn't. I hate the way the Vita is that you can't just log in without wiping it, and then you would have to get the You'd have to get the Vita version for you to be able to get the platinum of Habroxia and Habroxia 2. That's stupid how Vita does that. I hate that, but whatever.
Yeah. Some progress in Dark Souls.
All right.
I finished getting all the stupid proof of Concord kept, which is those things that I had to get however many of. So I had to get 30
Oh, this
total.
was the 30 thing.
Yeah, I had to get 30 total. In my 2 playthroughs, I got 4 because in each playthrough, there's 2 that you can just find. So I had to grind for 26 of them. I think I got 19. I think I got 15 over the course of 10 to 15 hours. I got the last 11 over about 2 or 3 hours.
Oh.
And I changed nothing.
You just got lucky.
I guess I got lucky. The only thing I can think of, which is something I saw online,
Yeah.
in all the Soulsborne games, if you get too many of something, it basically says you don't have enough room, it's in your inventory. Eventually your inventory gets full. And so pretty much every enemy you kill, like almost 100% drop, you get a whatever they're called in that game, like the stones in Elden Ring, upgrade materials. Okay. But by that point, I don't even need them anymore.
No.
I got so many of them that my inventory was full. And what I read online is if you get so many of them that your inventory is full, they will still drop, but it almost seems like they start giving you more of these proof of Concords kept in place of it because I don't know.
That's a stupid name.
But anyways, I got 4 in like an hour. And then I think just over the weekend on like Saturday maybe, I played for probably 2 hour and a half or 2 hours, and I got the final 7 that I needed. So now I'm just on to the next thing that I gotta get 30 of.
Oh my God.
It seems
How many hours are you at? Do you know?
So
Oh wait, but you had to leave it running for something.
I did,
Yeah.
which I kind of regret because maybe I got 1 that way, or maybe I got 0. Because there's one time where I loaded the game up and I'm like, wait, I've got 6? I thought I had 5, or whatever the numbers were. I either did get 1, or I forgot how many I had. But then I realized it's going to totally screw up my year-end.
Oh, this is your most played game.
It's going to show. Well, it may still not pass Final Fantasy X. I don't know.
Oh,
but I'm gonna have.
What was your what were you at in Elden Ring? Do you know?
When I bet I'm a little over 100.
Okay.
I think I was just under 100 when I got the platinum. I would guess between just messing around and doing a little New Game Plus and helping you out, I got another 10 hours or so. I would guess I'm right around 105.
I think I'm around 80 right now.
Give or take. But anyways, so I'm on to the next thing that I got to get 30 of. It's not as straightforward to kill the enemies, but there's 3 of them instead of 2. So already 150% better chance of, 50% better chance of getting the drops. They also seem like it's a higher drop rate. Not higher than what I was getting near the end, but in general, a higher drop rate. I think I'm already up to 16, 17 of them, something like that. So I need like 13 more. I don't know. And then there's one more thing that I need to get 30 of. And then there's a couple things that I only need to get 10 of. So I'm making progress. I think the worst of it is over. I'm going to get the platinum. My goal is to get it by the end of the month. I've got 3 weeks. And I don't know what the next game coming out is that... I mean, right around the time I'm finished with it,
Super
hopefully...
Barrels of Bacon.
PS whatever.
Refresh, whatever it's
I
called.
guess it's still just PS Plus.
Yeah.
Will launch, and then I'll have a whole smorgasbord of games to choose from. But I don't know what the next, like, probably like Ninja Turtles. When is the Cowabunga thing coming? Do we know?
They haven't said. I hope they space them out.
Yeah.
Because they've said summer for Shredder's Revenge, and as we're recording this tomorrow, Nintendo is doing an Indie World thing. I'm hoping they say the release date then.
I'm hoping for Silk Song.
That's
I'm not holding my breath, but every time I see Nindies, I'm like, come on.
I think it was Ryan McCaffrey I saw was like, please just give me Silk Song. Like,
if
they
nothing
announced
else,
this thing like 4 years ago.
Obviously, there won't be a platinum, but next month, hopefully, we get Delicious Last Course. So I'm at least going to play that.
Oh, yeah, that's like June 20th or something,
Yeah.
I think.
So, I don't know. Right around the time I get the stupid platinum.
We should play through that for old time's sake. We're going to suck at the beginning.
The actual game?
No.
Oh,
no.
DLC.
We already did the game.
Yeah, well, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get it by the end of the month. I think I'll get there. I'm a little worried that by the time I finally start New Game Plus, it will have been so long since I've just played the game that I'm going to have to like follow a guide to remember where to go. Like New Game Plus,
path to just,
I pretty much flew through because
Yeah.
I had just done it. I know right where to go, where to avoid, whatever. Now I feel like I've forgotten everything.
Yeah.
The good news is I've leveled up so much that I'm pretty strong, and my luck is at 99. I maxed my luck out.
So you can
Once I'm done
respec.
collecting this crap, yeah, I'm gonna
That's going down to
respec
10.
throw that all into like strength or health or whatever,
Yeah.
and just really be OP. So I should be able to get through plus pretty quickly. But yeah, I'm gonna get the platinum by the end of the month, and then who knows what's next. But that is pretty much what I've played.
Well, I'll save the best for last, what I've played. One little thing here, not a whole lot to say, but we did get Switch Sports.
Hey, Derek's here.
Derek, what's up, man? We got Switch Sports. You played it when you came over on Mother's Day. What do you think of it?
I only played... I did play badminton, but I didn't know. Apparently, I was playing...
Left-handed or something?
No, but I think I was playing on, like, expert difficulty. And, like, no matter what I would do, he would just hit it over the net. And the other guy would be like, whoa, bam, and, like, spike it down. I'm like, I don't know. All I'm doing is, like, lobbing it up for you. So, I don't know. I didn't really know what I was doing. I never scored a point. I played
try
bowling
volleyball?
with Nick and Noah.
Well, let's say bowling for last, because that's the best.
Well, that's the
obviously.
only thing I played.
Okay. I played volleyball, too, with Casey and Nick. Somehow we have lost... Oh, Derek, by the way, I'm not drinking anymore. So now you just realize that I just can't effing talk. We have 3 Joy-Con. Where's my 4th? I'm not asking you. I'm just saying, what the hell, guys? Really? There's a 4th missing Joy-Con, probably in a couch. It's probably in a couch, buried. I'm going to go down there to try to find it. And I'm going to
be finding like Cheetos.
Some old pretzel's going to
goldfish
stab me or something and give me
under your
bacteria.
Fingernail.
Yeah.
Bacteria.
I couldn't think of anything like dysentery. That's what I should. Tuberculosis, something. I don't even know if those were bacteria. I don't remember. Volleyball, I was not good at. But really, I got Switch Sports. I paid $40 just because I was like, I want to play Wii bowling, and I don't want to hook up my Wii. Even though it's hooked up, it's just a pain in the butt.
So, my thoughts on Wii bowling. It shouldn't matter, but I don't like the fact that you don't need to let go of the trigger to let go of the ball.
You got to get used to it, yeah.
Why do I even have to hold it? If I don't have to let go of it, why do I even have to hold it? Why can't I just...
We've got like 15 years of muscle memory playing Wii bowling where you let go of the trigger.
I find that weird. The other thing I found weird, despite the fact that I was really good, I went through at least 7 frames, if not 8 frames of no pins standing.
Really?
And then I got like a 9 and a 9, and Noah ended up passing me, and he beat me at the end.
Wow.
But overall, I did pretty good. I think I bowled like a 170, which would be a really good game for me in real life.
I broke 200 once in my life, and now I'm lucky if I hit 90 because I've been bowling once in like the last 10 years.
The other thing that struck me as weird is it just seems like no matter how hard I bowled,
There's
it was
a
like
top
the guy was
speed.
Like it just, the ball seemed like
You
it was
can
going
make it go.
so
It's like you
slow.
can make it go slower, but there's only so hard you can throw it. It seems, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like. It didn't seem like not
My
me
me.
in the game. Me, literally me. My copular.
My body.
Yeah. Corporeal form.
Okay. You're
Was doing it real fast, and then in the game it was just like, And I'm like, and it didn't seem to matter. I still got pretty
Yeah.
good pin action and whatever, but it didn't translate. I don't know.
Did you do any of the other? Did you try the? I can't remember the expert mode or anything. Nick showed me this. Like every frame is different. Sometimes there will be a ramp to get to the pins.
Oh, no, see, that
usually
seems cool.
there's moving stuff that you got to get by, or it's like a half pipe that you go down and the ball goes woo 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 woo.
Okay,
I was like, this looks cool.
so I know we're talking about bowling, but did you try soccer? Because that one seems.
I didn't try soccer. No.
Okay.
We've still got our leg thing.
Yeah.
But no, I really like it. The thing I really don't like about it though are the aesthetics. The character creator is just.
It's like they're still Mii's, but they're like more realistic Mii's. Like
Oh,
they
you
still
didn't
have a
see
Mii
the people
face.
that weren't Mii's? The people that you actually, if you just create somebody and don't make a Mii, because you can't make a Mii inside the game. You got to make a Mii on the main menu, and then it'll read it and bring it into the game. They are the weirdest, like, Knockout City anime looking characters ever. I'm like, I don't like this at all.
Really?
It is just weird. It's almost creepy. But I mean, you only see him when you're standing there before you bowl.
Yeah.
But that was the only thing I didn't like. But yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's a solid. I wish it had more than 6 games. Yeah, the boys love doing the fencing. I gave mine to a coworker that had Joy-Con drift and his Joy-Cons. James has pairs of gray, red, blue, white, and the Zelda pair. I'm going to have to get a new one if I can't find this one because it sucks. Like a game like that.
Can you buy one Joy-Con or do you buy them in pairs?
No, of course not. Well, actually, I don't know. James, tell me. I don't even know if you can buy one by itself. But overall, again, I bought it to play bowling, and the bowling is fun, so I'm happy.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be my game of the year, but I'm happy. Speaking of game of the year, I know last time I said I was done with Elden Ring. They patched out my magic flying daggers, and I was so mad. But then I said to Sean, I can't remember if it was on the podcast or at work or what, but I was like, wait, I know what I can do. Because when I was summoning people, sometimes these guys would show up. They had 2 katanas, and they did this crazy like blood attack. And I was like, I got to figure out what that is. Okay, it's the Rivers of Blood. Maybe if I get the Rivers of Blood weapon, level it up all the way, dual wield, I can figure out how to beat this chick. So I found out where the Rivers of Blood were. They're up in the snowy part. There's an NPC that spawns that uses the Rivers of Blood like a samurai dude who is ridiculously tough. So after trying to beat him 3 or 4 times, I said, okay, the F this. I'm not doing this anymore. I looked up YouTube, and there's a way to get him to chase you over to a cliff, and you can kind of shimmy along the cliff, and he'll just fall off trying to get to you, or he'll be attacking you, but he rolls so much that he'll eventually just roll off.
Yeah.
He killed me. And after it said, you died, he rolled off. And I was like, huh. And it popped up, hit triangle I was like, triangle. And I was like, I don't know if that counted or not. I reload. I've got the katana. Yes. So then I had to go through and find my somber smithing stones to get it up. I didn't get up to plus 10. I still should do. I don't know why I haven't done that. What did you say? Is that some big quest or something to get the ancient dragon stone or something?
No,
I can't remember.
I mean, you find them just like any of them.
Okay.
But you only find them in like some of the later game optional area kind of places.
Okay.
Like probably down where you fought the ghost antelope looking thing.
Nokrin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably at least one down there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I did that. I got it leveled all the way up, and I was like, I'm gonna try this again. What the heck? And that attack you can do, that special attack, if you have to dual wield katanas, so you no longer have a shield. But shield's not going to help much against her. And I've learned as I've kept playing, I know I don't miss my shield because you can do so much damage and it forces you to get good at dodging and everything. Long story short, I beat Malenia. I beat her by myself with Mimic Tier, of course. And once that was done, I said, now I can't quit this game. I'm going to get the platinum. So I've beaten a bunch of optional bosses since then. I've got 4 more bosses I got to get. I got to get 2 sets of collectibles and do 2 endings, and I think that's all I've got left. But the bosses I have left are all hard to get to. Like, one of them's in the Halig tree, where Malenia is. I think it said that. I don't know. But I've got 4 more bosses. 2 Mogs and 2 dragons. Maybe there's 5. I don't know. And then there's 2 more sets of collectibles. Sean was like, since I've been spamming this the rune farming slots so much, I'm up to level like 180 now, and he was 150 something. So he could drop all the collectibles I needed, and I could just pick them up, and then the trophy pop. I said, thank you.
So when did you?
Oh, they do sell individuals. Thank you, James. See, I can't talk.
So when you got the Rivers of Blood, or when you leveled it up, or whatever, like, at what point were you like, or was it not until you actually beat her were you like, okay, I can actually do this? Like, at what point were you like, oh, I'm sticking with it now? Because
it was because I didn't do much with them at first. I was just
like, as soon as you started dual wielding it and you found your new attack, were you like, okay, this will
I
work?
was like, this is cool. But then I was like, everything I did was like, I've only got Somber Stones 5 and 6 or something. I want to get them all the way up to 9. Where can I buy them? The Twin Bell husks, that didn't carry over from New Game Plus, so I can't buy them. Crap. Okay. I can find them here. Boom. Okay. Oh, I can go buy up. No, I had 6 and 7. I needed 8 and 9. Why did 6?
You made me do it.
But at Ishii or EG, I forget what his name is, the blacksmith that's like up north, he sells 1 through 5, and I've got so many runes.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. And then I had to find 8 and 9. They weren't very easy areas to get. And then once I finally went to, like, I don't remember if I fought a giant or something, but I came across a decent enemy. And that was the first time I used my powered up L2 attack and just... And it was just like, I murked this dude. And I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. And also, I'm going to stop summoning people. I'm just going to use Mimic, because Mimic is leveled up to plus 10. He's got my plus 9 katana. He's dual wielding. And he does that attack a lot too. And I was like, I died a few times. I didn't die that many after it, though. It's not like it was easy, but I just fought her 70 times or whatever it was. I wish this game had stats. I do wish that. I want to know how many times I died, how many times I died at each boss, that kind of stuff. I would love if they did that in a patch. That would be so cool. But then, yeah, once I fought her, I was like, okay. And I did it. And I'm going to get the platinum. I don't know how much longer it's going to take me, but I'm going to get it.
Let's race. You can get it in Elden Ring, or will I get it in
I can probably
Dark
get Elden
Souls?
Ring this week. I don't have the stuff I got to do
too,
isn't as crazy as yours. I just haven't really played it that much because I've been feeling like crap.
Yeah.
I mean, I've played it after I beat Malenia to beat some of the other bosses and stuff. But yeah, I love this game. It's the only way this game doesn't end up Game of the Year is if Shredder's Revenge blows my mind. I'm kidding. Well, you never know.
I mean, good.
Or if God of War comes out this year and it's somehow better than the first.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that'll happen. Ooh, Derek is using the Headless Warrior summon up at level 5. I don't think I got that.
See, the only summons I ever used, I used the wolves, the jellyfish, Mimic Tier, obviously.
I used some skeleton one because they get killed, but then after like 5 or 10 seconds, they come back to life. I mean, they're slow and they're not great.
Yeah.
But they do keep respawning. So I liked those for a little bit until I was like, I'm getting Mimic Tier. I don't care what it takes.
Yeah. I pretty much only use the wolves, the jellyfish, and Mimic Tier. But I've got, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, I don't know. I've got a lot of summons, and I never used any of them. Because once you get Mimic Tier,
There's nothing.
There's no
else.
reason. Yeah.
Yeah, Derek, I can't remember what the last boss. Oh, you beat the red wolf guy, I think. Once you can get Mimic Tier, if you want to keep going with the game, do whatever you can to get Mimic Tier. It's not like it breaks it like it did before, like the first patch. I remember that. I was like, well, now I'm going to get this guy, and he's not as good. He's still pretty damn good, especially with my weapons and my level and everything. He's still pretty damn good. But that's all that I've played this week. Well, the past 2 weeks, actually. What do we got here? What are we at? We're making good time. All right, Sean. Ready to get the news of the week?
Just do it.
Like I said, we didn't podcast last week, but there wasn't a lot of news. But this news actually broke about a week ago, I think it was. And it's a pretty big one. And that is Embracer making quite the acquisition. And this comes from IGN. Embracer Group has entered into an agreement to acquire Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix Montreal, and a, quote, catalog of IPs including Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Thief, Legacy of Kain, and more than 50 back catalog games from Square Enix Holdings for $300 million. $300 million. That is cheap.
It's a good deal.
Sony got Insomniac as a steal for $229.
Yeah.
They would sell for over $1 billion now easily. You get all that IP and those studios for $300 million, and Sony just paid what for Bungie? I can't even remember. Was it $3 billion? $2.7 billion? It was in the billions.
In the billions, yeah.
For a studio with one IP. Very popular one. And
yeah.
you know, potential for cross-media and all that stuff, but wow. Embracer shared the news in a press release saying that the acquisition includes roughly 1,100 employees across the 3 studios and 8 global locations. The deal, if it goes through, is expected to close during Q2 of Embracer's financial year of 2022-2023. Once this deal goes through, Embracer will have more than 14,000 employees, 10,000 game developers, and 124 internal studios. It also confirmed it has more than 230 games in development at those studios, and more than 30 are AAA games. This news comes shortly after Crystal Dynamics announced it was developing a brand new Tomb Raider game on Unreal Engine 5. No further details were given, but the team did say it was planning to, quote, push the envelope of fidelity, end quote. Yeah, based on the videos I'm seeing out of Unreal 5, yeah. Crystal Dynamics is also the studio behind Marvel's Avengers, and it has been helping Microsoft's The Initiative develop the new Perfect Dark game. Eidos Montreal is the studio behind Thief 4, Deus Ex, Human Revolution, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and more. Square Enix Montreal is responsible for such games as Hitman Go, Tomb Raider Go. I didn't play Deus Ex Go. Deus Ex.
Deuce.
And it will continue to work in the mobile space building games on AAA IP. Embracer is no stranger to acquisitions, as it has been undergoing a rapid expansion over the past few years. Some of the other companies that it has acquired/owns are Dark Horse Comics, which I had completely forgotten about, 3D Realms, Ghost Ship Games, Gearbox, THQ Nordic, Saber Interactive, Koch Media,
Sabre,
and many more. No, it's spelled Saber here. It's not Sabre. That was what they did. That was the episode they did last week.
Yeah, I
You
listened
listened?
to that.
Okay.
Because I went for a walk yesterday. I'm like, I need to get back into Office Ladies, and I saw they were already almost at the end of season 6. I'm like, holy
Well,
crap.
and you picked a
But-
good one with Krasinski being on it.
Yeah.
Saber.
Thunder Mifflin is a part of Saber.
Sabre. Crystal. So, yeah, this is insane. It was also confirmed separately that Crystal Dynamics is still working with Xbox on Perfect Dark. As part of this deal, we got some more news that came out. The Tomb Raider franchise has now sold over 88 million units, and the reboot trilogy alone has sold 38 million units. I feel like before the reboot trilogy, there must have been like 10 games. There was a lot.
You think that many?
I think so. I mean, it lived past PS1.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
The Deus Ex franchise has sold over 12 million units, but a lot of people, that is a very beloved franchise that people hope will come back now. So yeah, they own 124 studios with 14,000 employees. They're working on 230 games, with 30 being AAA. Oh, also news broke this week that both Xbox and PlayStation are, whatever that word is that I wrote, are hiring acquisition managers. I can't believe they didn't already have these. Sean, my first thought when I saw this was, good, it's not Microsoft or Sony, because we love Sony here. But again, this is the kind of acquisitions that should take place. It shouldn't be Sony or Nintendo, all they buy is land and just open a new office, or Microsoft acquiring this level of studios and making them exclusive. What did you think about the Embracer news?
I mean, I don't know that it really matters a whole lot. I mean, like you said, it's not, they weren't bought by Sony or Xbox or whatever, so to us, the consumer, it doesn't really mean a whole lot, I don't think. I mean, it's a huge deal, and like you said, it was kind of a steal for them, honestly.
Well, Derek says in the chat, Crystal Dynamics has a profit margin of 3.6%, and Eidos Montreal is only 0.65%. So $3 million might not have been so crazy.
Wow. Okay. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is now creating more rumblings of, is Sony going to buy Square Enix, what's left, I mean, which is
right,
plenty, but, Square Enix proper.
Right.
We'll see.
I did hear a lot of people saying, does this make Square Enix, as it now stands or will stand after this, more easy for acquisition? I don't know that it. I mean, it would be a lower price, I guess, but it's like what you would be getting, what you would be buying Square Enix for. Square Enix still has, I don't know. I don't think they get bought, but at least not by a first party. But who knows?
Yeah.
So yeah, good for Embracer. I'm glad if there's going to be acquisitions, which they know they are. Oh, and yeah, what about the Xbox and PlayStation are hiring like directors of acquisitions and stuff? How did they not already have this?
I mean, it is probably not something that warranted a unique role to do, but I mean, this just shows obviously there's a lot more to come, and it's kind of just an arms race at this point. So yeah, they both feel like they need people that are just going to do nothing but that. So it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, I guess it was just Phil was the acquisitions director before this,
right,
and Jim Ryan at PlayStation. So next up on the news list, this just broke today. Gotham Knights is ditching last gen. This comes from Eurogamer. Warner Double triple. Werner Ziegler. I love that when Lalo's just Werner Ziegler.
Oh, did you watch last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we not even text about it?
No.
We didn't.
I thought about texting you while I was watching, but then I'm like, what if he's not watching?
No.
I don't want to make it seem
I
like,
didn't get to
oh my God, are you, so I'm just like, yeah.
I didn't get to start.
I assumed you were watching.
I didn't get to start till about 9 because of baseball, and then the boys wanted to watch basketball when they got back and stuff, but yeah.
No spoilers, but my heart was racing at the
I
end.
know.
Wait, was it the end?
No.
Yeah, the end.
Oh, that was the end because then the shunk.
Yeah.
Spoilers without context. Warner Brothers has canceled the planned PlayStation 4 and Xbox One versions of Gotham Knights. The news, which came alongside a first look at gameplay showing Nightwing and Red Hood. Did you get to watch this?
No.
You're not really caring about this game, are you?
I don't really care about this game, but if I could stand up without being off camera, I would give them a standing ovation for doing this. Like, thank you.
Which came alongside... oh, yeah, I already said that. Gotham Knights will now launch on the 25th of October just for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S. Warner Brothers did not go into detail on its decision to drop last-gen consoles or explain when the decision was made. By way of explanation, it simply said the move was, quote, to provide players with the best possible gameplay experience. Remind me to talk about that. Gotham Knights was first announced as a cross-gen game back in August 2020. Wow. Yeah, that's right, because it was supposed to come out last year. Its arrival in 2022 will mean more people have access to PS5 and Series X and S. It will also mean there are no last-gen versions being forced, well, they said what I was going to say, forced onto aging hardware, something which derailed the launch of Cyberpunk 2077. I guess I didn't read this first. Gotham Knights is the next game for Batman Arkham Orange's... Did you do that?
No, I swear.
They must have thrown that in as a joke, because I didn't do that. I mean, I copied and pasted.
If you copied and pasted, I was going to say maybe it was autocorrect, but not if you copied and pasted.
Batman Arkham Orange's Studio Warner Brothers Montreal, and it will be the team's first full release in more than 8 years. Set in the wake of Batman's presumed death, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It lets you play as Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood as they try to clean up the streets and protect Gotham. The game was due sooner, teases for its shadowy Court of Owls group began back in 2019 before all went quiet, and then its expected 2021 date was pushed back by at least 12 months. Warner's marketing machine then picked up again late last year with the trailer finally appearing at DC Fandom in October, giving us a glimpse at the Court of Owls and Penguin. So they said what I was going to say. I know people are going to be mad. Yes, the Gotham Knights Collector's Station. Oh my God. I might as well drink. The Gotham Knights Collector Edition statue looks awesome, says John in the chat. I agree. This collector's... When I saw the price tag of $300, I was like, I don't even know if I want this game, but that did look dope. Yeah, it's... People are going to be upset, but this game is now coming out a full 2 years after this generation started.
There's no need to still be putting stuff on last gen at this point.
It's crazy. Like we were talking about Metal Gear Solid 5, that game looked and ran like crap on PS. It came out on PS3 and 360, but it was so dumbed down with such horrible resolution. Huh?
You can't put that on your list either.
Oh, that must not be what they must be not what they meant, because Metal Gear Solid made the list. Oh no, they said I'll look it up. I think it was just when
Same with Last of Us?
That didn't make the list. The remaster, just Last of Us 2.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe they play.
We can also just do our own rules. We don't need to do what they did.
But I feel like GTA probably shouldn't be there, because that was a last gen game that came forward. Metal Gear Solid 5 was a both gen game.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Anyways,
but that's how all PS4, PS5 games are.
What about us poors, Derek? I'm sorry, but It's been 2 years. I get it. And I hate that the article said what I was going to say, because I was going to be all poignant and stuff. Cyberpunk never in a million years should have come out on PS4 and Xbox One.
No.
Period. You should have either delayed the game for a year or just say it's out on PC now. Sorry, we can't get it to run, but they were greedy. And that's so funny to me that they sold 14 million copies that first month, and then they've sold 4 million since in almost 2 years. That's funny to me. But yeah, I hate it for people to have last gen, but I like that they're saying we are we don't want to put a game out there that's going to be subpar and then catch crap for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas CD Projekt Red was like, whatever, just throw Cyberpunk out there, whatever. You can only review it on PC. And you can't release any footage on any consoles until after the game comes out. It was just dirty. I'm intrigued by this game. I don't know. It all is going to depend, what else is coming in October. If God of War is coming, we think it's... Oh, Forspoken is October. We think if God of War is coming, I think we said a couple weeks ago, we think it's probably September. November, I'm going to be playing Call of Duty on Game Pass, I assume. I assume it will be on Game Pass this year.
I would imagine, yeah.
Whether the deal's done by then or not, I think it'll be on Game Pass. But I'm intrigued by this game. But what do you think about everything with them ditching last gen? It is weird that they would announce the game for last gen and then cancel it this late in the process. But if they couldn't get it running, they couldn't get it running.
I agree with the decision. I applaud them for it. I still don't know that I can. I'm intrigued by the game. If it is more of, Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, well, I love those games.
Yeah.
If it's that and I just don't get to play as Batman, I might still play it. I'm not convinced you can't play as Batman, but
I'm convinced you can't play as him, but well, at least not initially. I think something. I don't for a second think he's actually dead.
Yeah. I don't know. It's something that I'm not like counting down the days till it comes out. But if it comes out and the reviews are awesome, sure, I might check it out. But I wouldn't even go so far as to say that I care yet.
If it's like above an 85, I think I'm in. It looks like it's fun to play. It's just, but I want to be Batman.
Exactly.
You know? Yeah. They did also say there was rumors going around that because they've always said 2-player co-op, but there was info on the PSN that was showing 4-player co-op. But then they said with this new trailer and everything, we haven't had a 4-player co-op podcast in a while. With this new trailer and everything, that it is 2-player only, not 4.
Oh. Yeah.
When I started seeing the tweets that it was new gen only, I was like, oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is 4-player co-op, but it is not. And the last item on the news list, I always like talking about nerdy numbers, so let's nerd out about numbers. NPD numbers for March were released. Did I say that right? Yes, that's March, because April, we might be able to talk about April next week. It's been so long. As far as software sales go, Elden Ring was number 1 again. Number 2, Gran Turismo 7. Number 3, surprising me, I will say, but it's just like if you've got a Switch, you buy first-party games, period. Kirby and the Forgotten Land comes in at number 3, and of course, because that's Nintendo, and these are all numbers for the U.S., that does not count any digital sales.
This is a game.
Maybe that's what you play next. There you go.
Yeah, I'm very tempted by this game. Like, I feel like I owe it to myself by year's end to play that game, because it would almost certainly be in my top 10. But, and honestly, I spent the last month playing stupid Dark Souls 3, which would have been the perfect opportunity to get this game. Yeah. I mean, I guess there's still not a whole lot until maybe God of War comes out. Like, Ninja Turtles isn't going to take up hours and hours and hours and hours of my time.
Oh, I'm getting that platinum, whether we get review codes or not.
Unless not.
It'll have a platinum.
No, I know, but if it's anything like Streets of Rage 4, yeah. So, I don't know, but I do want to play it.
Number 4, MLB The Show 22. Of course, that does not count any sales on Xbox because it's available on Game Pass. Whether it's box sales or digital sales outside of Game Pass, it doesn't count anything. It's still finished number 4. Sarah just finished Kirby. Ooh. All right, hit us with some thoughts while I keep talking, James. Horizon Forbidden West, number 5, still holding strong. Number 6, Pokemon Arceus. Number 7, this was surprising, WWE 2K22.
That's another one that I'm...
Are you?
I don't know that I would get it.
I'm getting AEW.
It seems like...
Yeah, as long as it's got a good character creator and you can download... Like, I can put Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold in the game, like, that people create, I'm in.
Yeah.
If it's No Mercy with AEW... I mean, especially now with the way their roster is now, from like when they announced this game like a year ago or something, before they had Punk and Bryan and all that. She liked it. Okay.
I think WWE's product right now is more or less garbage. I think AEW is the much better product. That being said, I don't really care about wrestling as...
I don't either.
But
it's still fun to play.
Yeah, I want to play the game, but I really just want to be able to get Michaels and Diesel and Cena and, all those people in it and just do those matches. So I don't want to have to create them all, but yeah, if there's a way you can upload and download.
I'm sure.
And that seems like something AEW.
They would have to. Yeah.
That doesn't seem... WWE probably wouldn't do that, or maybe they do.
No, they do, yeah.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Well, then... AEW
James,
will certainly
damn it, you beat me to it. Sarah said, I was very surprised that it was good. The ending was weirdly hard. James said, that's what she said. James said, also, that's what she said. My man. Number 8, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. The game won't die. We're never getting Mario Kart 9. Ever.
I'm glad you mentioned that.
Did you get the DLC?
No.
Okay.
But... Remember how my caps lock was on for some reason. Remember we were talking, we did talk about it, but the whole thing about how whatever the next Mario Kart is would be different.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I'm not saying that I think this is what it will be, but it also wouldn't really surprise me. Mario Kart 9, whatever you want to call it, the next Mario Kart Maker.
Oh.
I'm not like predicting it. I don't think that'll happen.
We got a predictions episode coming up here in about a month.
But like, there's so many cool things in Mario Kart. Like, I can't even remember what any of them were. But there's like the one with like the airplane. Like you drive through an airplane. Like that would be almost impossible to do. Like it would have to just be roads, and you can make turns and ramps and loops and jumps and that kind of stuff. But I feel like you can't really capture the essence of what Mario Kart is now in a Maker kind of game.
What do you think is more likely, Zelda Maker or Mario Kart Maker? That does not roll off the tongue. I think the ship has sailed on Zelda Maker.
I almost would say Mario Kart Maker is more likely.
Yeah.
But I don't think either of them are likely. If we got the equivalent of the Zelda Maker we got in Link's Awakening, like I could see that being just kind of a side mode. There's a full Mario Kart game, but you can also make your own tracks, but you're limited to just like standard.
Yeah, the Zelda Maker in Link's Awakening was not what I wanted.
That does not count. No. Yeah.
Here's 10 tiles you can use, and they only fit in a certain way.
Yeah.
I appreciated it. I appreciated it, but it's not. I don't think we're ever getting a Zelda Maker. It would be so complicated.
Yeah. Number
9, Call of Duty Vanguard. Number 10, Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins. I feel like people are hate buying this, is what I think. I think they just want to kill chaos and laugh at the absurdity of it. And it's not like Square Enix was in on the joke when they made this. Like,
no.
They want to kill chaos, like listen to Limp Bizkit and stuff. Like, I don't know. Some other notes for NPD numbers. Elden Ring is the best-selling game this year already, and it's number 2 already over the last 12 months. So I would guess by the end of this month, it will have overtaken Call of Duty, especially because Vanguard was a soft seller as far as Call of Duty goes.
What I like is I feel like the general populace is finally smartening up, because FromSoft games don't tend to really sell that well. Elden Ring bucked that trend. People are like, this is a really good game, we're buying it. Same thing with Metroid. Metroid doesn't really sell very well. Fear. What was the game called?
Yes, Metroid Fear. Dread.
Same thing.
Metroid Fear.
Also kind of sold like gangbuster. Compared to
for
Metroid's,
a Metroid game.
Yeah. So I'm glad
it still drives me nuts that hasn't sold like 10 million copies.
I'm glad that people are finally realizing there's games out there besides Madden, FIFA
and Call of Duty.
Animal Kingdom. What's that game
Crossing.
called? Animal Crossing and Call of Duty. So I'm glad.
It was also, give a shout out to Xbox. It was the biggest March ever for Xbox in both units and dollars sold. They also had the highest revenue for any console sales in the first 3 months. Their hardware sales are ahead of projections. Yeah, no kidding, coming off of those two notes. So good for Xbox. They win, we win, everybody wins. Also, Gran Turismo 7 had the franchise's biggest launch month ever, which is amazing to me with all the controversy and the anger over the way the microtransactions were and the way you earn, credits or whatever they are in that, and, buy cars and stuff like that. And they fixed it after the fact, and they gave people free credits and stuff like that. But yeah, wow. Do you remember freecreditreport.com?
Freecreditreport.com. It's the thing where you go to get your credit report.
Yeah. Those were the exact words, yes. It'll be interesting when we get April numbers, see if Elden Ring is still number 1. What came out in April? I don't think anything big did. Oh, Salt and Sacrifice is out. I should not have picked that. It's like, it's not getting a lot of reviews, but the most reviews, when I checked the other day, it was on PC and it's a 75. And I'm like, oh man, really? I wanted that game to be good, but. Oh, well, Switch Sports came out in April.
Do you have that? Did you draft it?
No, I didn't even think of it.
So neither of us did.
No, that was dumb.
What are the, how scored?
I don't think it was great. I think it was like high 70s or low 80s. I'm not 100% sure. But now it's time for the wrap-up. Sean, what are we at? Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Activision revealed the Modern Warfare 2 logo.
73.
Ugh. I think it's because it's there's only 6 sports. But again, I bought it for bowling, and I would give the bowling a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So yeah, they showed the Modern Warfare 2 logo. They have said that it will be, quote, the most advanced experience in franchise history.
I mean, I would hope so.
It's
the new, like,
it's the
why
newest
would it
one, yeah.
not?
New Warzone reveal is coming this year, and it will be rebuilt from the ground up. And Diablo Immortal is launching June 2nd. I think I also saw that that's also coming out on PC, not just mobile. Diablo seems like it could work on mobile.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Tap, 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 tap. Activision Blizzard stockholders. Blizzard. Is that what I did? God, I swear. All I'm drinking is water. Here, take a sip.
Activision Blizzard.
Activation. Dash block. It's water. Activision Blizzard King stockholders voted in favor of Microsoft's acquisition. 98% voted yes. So good for them. Also, New York City is now suing ABK to it's just I don't know why Microsoft would want them at this point, but
yeah.
The Summer Game Fest showcase is set for Thursday, June 9th, and it will be shown in IMAX theaters. That's also being shown during the day, so block off your calendar. It's like at 1 p.m. our time, I think.
Will it be in IMAX here?
That's a good question. I don't think they've released it yet, but that would be a fun half day to go to IMAX and watch this, and then just be disappointed. There will be, quote, huge new announcements and world premieres. Xbox also announced that their Xbox Bethesda showcase for the summer is set for June 12th, so they're going when they would have gone if it was E3. So again,
this is why E3 doesn't matter.
I'm into the point now where I can't even remember. Did we have E3 last year?
We did last year. We
had a digital E3 last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now they're just it's E3's dead. I hate it, but they're dead. But if Keighley is the new E3, then I'm like, well, okay. Yeah. Still got it. But I mean, it's just a show. It's not like an industry event where people can go and play games and do all that. I mean, they'll do like Steam downloads and probably Xbox demos and stuff like that, I'm sure. But it's not the same thing as going to E3, which was always my dream. I don't know why I would have that dream because I would probably hate it there. But Final Fantasy 16 is in the, quote, final stretch of development, according to the producer. Seems like the game is basically done. So your last round prediction for the fantasy draft might come true. Oh, that's right. Man, if this comes out in October, okay, sorry, Gotham Knights, you got to wait. Because I am all in on this. This looks so good.
But this won't, I mean, if Forspoken's coming out in October.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Square won't put out 2 games.
I don't think this is coming this year.
Maybe it's September, then God of War is November. Well, actually, Final Fantasy 15 was... it
was like December.
November 30th, I think.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
And rumors are saying there could be a trailer coming very, very soon. Devs who make a game that is priced at $34, random number, or over will be required to have 2-hour game trials as part of PlayStation's Plus collection revamp thing. But apparently, Sony will be the ones making the trials for those games. I don't understand. How does that work? That doesn't make... I feel like something is being very much misreported here. Sony did confirm that extra and premium tiers will get new PS4 and PS5 games every month. Thankfully, that's what Xbox does. That better be what you do. I had a thought, and then I lost it. There was something else about PS Plus that I didn't write down. Oh, yeah, you can no longer stack subscriptions. Yeah. They did confirm they killed that. So, VRR support is now out. Is out now. Oh, it's because I wrote now out instead of out now. Out now. VRR support is out now on PS5. Some games are being specifically optimized for it. Just so you know, it does not work on PS4 games being played on PS5. I was disappointed because I didn't realize... I don't know much about VRR, but I've heard it makes Elden Ring run smoother. My TV doesn't have HDMI 2.1, so I can't do VRR. Does yours have 2.1?
I think so.
Because I can only do 60 FPS. I can't do 120. But that was the one difference. When I was looking at my
sure-
TV, I was like, I don't
think I would
120.
notice the difference.
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get the big deal with VRR.
GTA 6 is being reportedly developed using the Rage 9 engine, which is, quote, ahead of its time. Well, can you imagine if they did GTA 5 in GTA
Unreal
6
4.
in Unreal 5? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Man. The Mario animated movie has been delayed from December to April 7th, 2023. I wonder if they're making Chris Pratt re-record his lines or just canceling him off the project and getting Mario's
I don't know what to think
actual
about this movie.
actor. I mean, I'm going to see it. Unless I see the first trailer and I'm like, what did you do to my Mario?
Yeah. I don't know. I want it to be good, but
They got a lot to live up to. If Donkey Kong does that, I was like, why is he doing that? Did I say something? Oh yeah, Seth Rogen. I thought you were doing Streets of Rage at first, but that's Naughty Dog apparently has an unannounced remake in the works, according to a dev profile. Yeah, it's The Last of Us.
what could it be?
That might also be coming out this year, for all we know. Sony really is to the point now where they are due for a big 40, 50-minute state of play to at least
true. Yeah.
fill us in. Where is God of War at? Is it coming this year? Show The Last of Us. Show Factions. Like, give us some more on Spider-Man 2. I saw that the Venom actor is doing his mocap now, so that's ramping up. I'm also like, he's just doing mocap now? I don't know.
Yeah.
Sega, I don't like this. Sega's delisting the digital versions of Sonic classic games before the Sonic Origins is released here in the near future. I think it's coming out this month, actually. Is it May or it might be June? I don't know.
I thought it was June.
I'm definitely doing the Cowabunga collection. I don't know that I'm doing this. I've played these games to death.
Yeah, I don't think I need it.
Devil May Cry 5. Devil May Cry 5 has hit 5 million copies sold, the best in the series. I played the demo for I've never played Devil May Cry.
I think I played the first one.
Okay.
And I don't think I've played any since.
I played the demo when it came out, and I was like, I don't really know. I don't know. I expected it to be old school God of War, and it kind of is, but it's not. Rumors are going around now that Fallen Order 2, they're saying it might drop the Fallen Order moniker. I saw somebody call it Star Wars Jedi 2. And I'm like, well, that's weird. It's not like the Order isn't still I don't know. It was a weird name to begin with, but now I'm used to it.
It's like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
This would be Star Wars Jedi Forbidden East.
Forbidden Galaxy. But the rumors are saying it's going to release next year, not this year, and it will also only be on current gen consoles. I hope so. Sifu has gotten their update for difficulty options. This is a game that I forgot even came out, and now that I don't have to play this and just hate myself, I think when this drops if I see it drop to $25-$30, I'll be like, okay, now the price is right.
Yeah.
But it's not just they made the game easier, they also made a super hard mode. So if you like that. Dying Light 2 is getting a new Game Plus mode soon. The Quarry has gone gold. This is the spiritual successor to Until Dawn. And they announced it will have 186 endings.
So there are 3 main endings to Elden Ring. But like one of those endings, I can't even remember what you do, but there's like certain little things you can do during the game that give you a different ending. And all it is like the sky is a different color or something like that. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of that in here. But
no, my screen just went black. Look at that. Why is you...
Dang it.
But the most important news of all, My Name is Mayo 3 is gone gold, and it's out May 17th.
Can we get review codes?
I don't know if we can spend $1, man. Do they even let people like what is the Metacritic for My Name is Mayo?
That's a good question.
They did say it's coming out on PS4 and PS5, so that's 2 platinum trophies for me. But what's weird, My Name is Mayo 2, My Name is Mayo 1 was PS4 and Vita. My Name is Mayo 2 was only PS4, not Vita. But now they're going back to the 2 system thing. I hope they release a PS5 patch for 2. So I can get another platinum trophy. Games with gold were announced for May. They include Yoku's Island Express, The Inner World, Hydro Thunder Hurricane, and Viva Pinata Party Animals. PS Plus games were also announced for May. They get FIFA 22, Curse of the Dead Gods, and Tribes of Midgard. People were upset that it's quote unquote another sports game. When was the what was the last sports game on PS Plus?
It does seem like it wasn't that long ago, but
I can't even think of what it was.
There was a golf game, right? Also, wasn't there another wasn't
I don't know.
Wasn't there another soccer game?
I don't think so. I don't know what else it would have been because Pez is free to play now. Ray Tracing Mayo. Hell yeah. I don't know. I almost kind of call this a tie because Yoku's Island Express is supposed to be really good. I don't care about FIFA, but that's a big deal. I've heard decent things about Curse of the Dead Gods and Tribes of Midgard. I have not heard of the other 3 games on Games with Gold. I still don't know why. It was okay. Tingley says it was a golf game.
There was definitely a golf game, but I don't know if there was something.
Was it PGA Tour or something? Or
I think so, but that may have been last year at this point.
I don't know. I feel like if you wanted
FIFA UFC was in February.
I do remember UFC. But like if you want to play FIFA, you've got FIFA. Now, I'll probably claim it just because I could see Nick and Noah being like wanting to play FIFA because kids love playing soccer games. Even if they don't play soccer, they love FIFA.
Yeah.
Metroidvania pinball-esque game. Ah, crap. I don't even know what we're talking about now. My Name is Mayo?
Yoku?
Okay. Oh, Yoku's a great game. I missed the beginning of the sentence. I can't see or talk. Let me have some more vodka. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for episode 280. Again, thank you for hanging with us. Sorry we missed last week. We should be back with a regularly scheduled programming this weekend. We should be recording Sunday night. It's not like we're going to have to worry about the Grizzlies playing. So, yeah, that's it for episode 280. We'll be back with 281 next week. And until that time and Sean's done burping, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.